They told you to fear sweet fruits, that if you're watching your blood sugar, anything sweet, especially fruit, should be off the table. But what if they were wrong? What if two of the sweetest, most common fruits in your kitchen could actually help lower blood sugar, reduce cravings, and even support your digestion? Let me tell you this. Swiping away from this video might be the biggest mistake you make this week, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal two delicious fruits that have been misunderstood for years, and a simple, science-backed blood sugar reset hack that most people, including your doctor, have never mentioned. It's easy, natural, and might just change the way you look at fruit forever. But you've got to stay with me till the end, because that final trick, it's the one thing that could make everything you're doing finally work. Let's dive in. So here's the truth. For decades, people with diabetes, or even just slightly high blood sugar, have been told to stay away from sweet fruit. Bananas? Dangerous? Grapes? Spiky? Melon? Better safe than sorry. But science has finally caught up with what many of us have suspected. Not all sweet fruits are created equal, and some of the most refreshing, juicy, naturally sweet fruits can actually work with your body, not against it. You see, when you eat the right fruits in the right way, they can help. Slow down digestion, support hydration, and even reduce post-meal glucose spikes. That's not a theory. That's been proven in real food trials, not just in labs. So if you've been cutting fruit out of your life out of fear, this video is your invitation to rethink that. But hang on, because this gets better. I'm not just going to name two fruits and move on. In just a moment, I'll show you exactly how to eat them to get the biggest blood sugar benefit. And yes, that powerful blood sugar reset hack I mentioned earlier is coming up soon, so stay with me, because knowing the fruit is one thing, but using it the smart way, that's where the magic is. Let's start with a fruit that looks sugary, tastes sugary, but acts like a hydrating hero for your body. Melon, cantaloupe, honeydew, Korean melon. You've seen them in every grocery store and probably walked right past, thinking, too sweet for me. But here's the truth. Melons are made of over 90% water, rich in potassium, magnesium, and fiber, and have one of the gentlest glycemic responses among fruits. When eaten the right way, they don't just satisfy your sweet tooth, they hydrate you, reduce puffiness, help your kidneys flush excess sodium, and ease that tight, swollen feeling in your joints. Still not sure? You're not alone. Sometimes, real stories speak louder than any list of benefits. Let me tell you about Marlene, a 67-year-old grandmother from Tucson, Arizona. She'd been living with type 2 diabetes for over a decade, and like most people in her shoes, she'd cut out fruit almost entirely, especially anything sweet. Her breakfast was dry toast and eggs, functional but boring. She often craved sugar by mid-morning and felt bloated and tired by lunch. Then one day, her daughter gently challenged her. "Mom, why not try a little melon? Just half a cup, with some cottage cheese." Marlene was skeptical, but she gave it a try. 3 mornings in a row. What happened surprised her. Her cravings disappeared by 10 a.m. Her hands weren't as stiff, and for the first time in weeks, she said she felt refreshed instead of drained. Now, she eats her orange miracle bowl, as she calls it, 3 to 4 times a week. So if you're someone who's been afraid of melon, don't be. Start small. Pair it with protein. And stay tuned, because in just a moment, I'll show you how this fruit becomes even more powerful using the glucose shield protocol. But first, there's another fruit, smaller, darker, and even more underestimated. Let's move on to a fruit you might not even notice in the produce aisle. Plum. It's compact, juicy, a little tart. But hidden inside that deep purple skin is something powerful. Plums are rich in polyphenols, antioxidants that help reduce inflammation and increase insulin sensitivity, a critical factor in blood sugar control. They're also packed with soluble fiber, which slows digestion and gently improves gut function. Unlike refined sugar that crashes your energy, plums stabilize it. They're especially useful when those afternoon cravings hit between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m., when many people lose focus and reach for junk. And yes, they help with constipation, joint pain, and even mild bone loss in older adults. There's more to this tiny fruit than meets the eye. But don't just take my word for it. Let me tell you about James, a retired mechanic from Dayton, Ohio, now 72. For years, his routine was locked in. Every day around 3 p.m., he'd grab a candy bar from the vending machine in his garage. He said, "It kept me going, but I'd crash by 5. One day, his daughter, who works as a dietitian, challenged him. "Dad, trade the candy for plums and almonds. Just give it a week." So he did. 2 fresh plums, a handful of raw almonds. He kept them in a small Tupperware in his workshop fridge. 5 days later, something had shifted. No crash, no fog. And according to James, even my knees didn't ache as much by the end of the day. Now, that's his go-to snack. He calls it his 3 o'clock fix. The lesson? Sometimes the smartest solutions are the simplest. And when combined with the right timing, fruits like plums can help rebalance your system naturally. So now you've met our 2 stars, melon and plum, but as you're about to see, the real magic happens when you use them together with intention. That's what the Glucose Shield Protocol is all about, and I'll walk you through it next. Stay with me. You won't want to miss this. You've made it to this point, and now it's time for what I promised. Because knowing which fruits are safe is good, but knowing how to use them as a tool to protect your blood sugar, that's next level. Let me introduce you to something I call the Glucose Shield Protocol. It's a simple, science-backed habit that can help you reduce blood sugar spikes before they even happen. Here's how it works. 20 minutes before your largest meal of the day, eat a small serving of melon or plum. Pair it with a healthy fat or protein source, like raw walnuts, cottage cheese, or a spoonful of plain Greek yogurt. This simple combination does 2 powerful things. 1. It activates your digestive system in a controlled, gentle way. 2. It creates what researchers call a preload buffer, slowing the absorption of glucose from your upcoming meal. In one clinical study, this technique helped reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes by up to 40%. Think about that, 40%. From just timing and pairing your food slightly differently. No drugs, no gimmicks, just real food used wisely. And here's the kicker. Most people, even people managing diabetes for years, have never heard of it. Even many doctors still aren't teaching this. But now you know, and that gives you power. Try it for the next 3 days. 1 cup of melon with a spoon of cottage cheese before lunch, or 2 plums with 5 to 6 almonds before dinner. Watch how your body responds. Notice the difference in energy, digestion, even mood. Then come back and tell us. Just comment the word SHIELD below so others know you're trying the Glucose Shield Protocol with us. Together, we're not just managing numbers. We're learning how to eat smarter, feel better, and live stronger, one simple step at a time. So now you know, 2 sweet fruits that were once feared can actually become powerful tools in your journey to better blood sugar, better energy, and a better relationship with food. And when you combine them using the Glucose Shield Protocol, you're not just eating smarter, you're giving your body the support it's been asking for all along. Remember this. Small changes create big results. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. You just need to take the next right step. If this video helped you, even just one idea, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about, because chances are they've been told the same outdated advice too, and they deserve better. And if you're curious about the 3 common mistakes most people make when trying to eat healthy with diabetes, especially in the morning, click the video on the screen right now. It's packed with tips that could save you years of frustration. Stay well, stay empowered, and I'll see you there.